Oh, here we are. A first look at my 1973-74 vintage miniature figurines science fiction figures. These were the first science fiction figures I ever saw. I loved them. Absolutely. Still love them. And they still get played with. They still come out for battles. These are the Cehon Pinheads. If you go to Caliver Books online, you can find the miniature figurines section, and they do all of these figures. Sometimes you have to wait a while because they cast them to order, but they exactly like they were in the olden days. So that's good, isn't it? I found one of those iconic miniature figurines boxes as well. If you don't remember miniature figurines, that box will mean nothing to you. But if you look at that box like I did when I saw it in a junk shop and go, oh yes, come on, then you know what I mean. You're there with me, aren't you? So I've put the entire army out there to the left. I've got about 20 riflemen. I think I've got 4 officers, and I've got 6 death sprays pointed straight up in the air, and 2 death sprays pointed sideways, which I never liked. I thought they were a horrible figure. I really very rarely use them. In fact, I very rarely use the death sprays. You've got to remember there were no rules back then. And then I found a little group of 3 who were a bit broken. So I stuck a very long, thin rifle on one of them, gave them the other 2 as loaders, put them on a tester on a stand, and call that a Gauss rifle. On the black box, I've put the 3 principal types of figure. So you've got the commander on the left with his little pistol, and then you've got the rifleman in the middle, and then you've got the gas firer on the right. Like I say, there were no rules back then, so we had to make up our own rules, which was great. But it means that for gamers of my generation, who've gamed sort of consistently, I mean, you can get to my age and I'm just new to the game, can't you? But if you started gaming in the early 70s, late 60s, the only rules were War Games Research Group, and they don't fit for sci-fi. Don't fit for, well, they sort of do fit for fantasy, I suppose, but definitely don't fit for sci-fi. So you've got to make up your own rules. And once you're making up your own rules, you then start making up your own stories, and then you start making up your own worlds. Where now people tend to go and buy, I don't know, let's buy a box of this. We'll buy a game in a box. It'll have everything. It'll have figures, dice, rules, tape measures. Okay, I like that. It's okay. Yeah. But this is my old way of working, and I've gone back to this now. A lot of my Warhammer figures are now replaced by these chaps, and I'd rather personally have a war game harking back to the 70s than one harking back to the 80s, or even one that's modern. That doesn't do a lot for me because I don't have the nostalgia. I can put yes on close to the edge, and I can play this, and I can burn my peach scented joystick, and all of a sudden I'm 15 again, and I quite like that. And I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not saying everybody should be doing this, but I did think you might like them. So just a little short one, let you see what I'm up to. So I'm going to leave you there with a final look at the chaps, and I really hope you enjoyed that and got a bit of something out of it. All right, ta-ra, Chuck.